So boys and girls, we're returning back to the book Tornado, and we're in chapter 5, and we are on page 28, and this chapter title has an unusual title, and it is called 5:30, which is really unusual because it's the name of a cat. Yeah, some of you have had a chance to read it with a partner already, but not all of us have. So here we go. Let us begin. The wind was still howling, and we could hear the porch swing pounding the side of the house. Something like a tree branch hit the cellar doors. Pete said, "One more quick story about Tornado." "Not too quick," I said. "I like all the details." I think he winked at me. My sister Emma Lou had a cat, and its name was 5:30. It got the name because the cat used to come to our house every day at 5:30 to get something to eat. We didn't know where the cat came from, but it would jump up on the windowsill, and my mother would say, "Well, it must be 5:30. Here's the cat." Pretty soon my sister claimed the cat was hers. She tried to change the name to Silver Queen for the kind of corn my daddy grew. She called the cat Queenie, but the cat was 5:30 to the rest of us. Before 5:30 came along, we had a part collie named Babe who liked to dig holes anywhere and anytime she felt like it. Follow along, please, in the text. Follow along, track with us. Are you staying with us? Thank you. If she was in the house when the mood hit her, she'd try to dig a hole in the carpet. Bottom of page 29. Now, Tornado was not a dog to go around digging for the pure pleasure of digging. If he dug a hole, it was because he needed it. He took a lot of pride in the holes he dug. One hot day, Tornado felt the need, and he went in the shade of those cut-off pine trees and dug a hole just the right size to lie in. And that's what he did. You see where we are? After that, in the heat of the day, he would go lie down in the hole and relax. He got right in the first time, like he did most things, and he never had to dig again. Well, one hot day, he went out to lie down, and there was 5:30 in the hole. She was licking a little loose dirt off one paw. I'm waiting for you to get back on the chapter, please. Use your finger, Tyler, and stay with us. Track with us, please. Always follow along in the chapter to help your fluency. Thank you. Last paragraph, page 30. 5:30 looked at Tornado, and Tornado looked at 5:30. And 5:30 just yawned. Now, what does that convey? What kind of message does that convey? The dog and the cat are having a stare down, right? Oh, kind of like what you gonna do, buddy? Right? That's kind of a message conveying, you don't intimidate me one bit. I'm not gonna what? I'm not gonna move. You're not gonna push me around, buddy. Do any of you have cats like that don't get intimidated by your dogs? I do. I have a cat that doesn't even budge.
I wish I had.
So this dog is like, what? That's my spot. So think about the tone. Remember we talked about the tone, the feeling of the text or the chapter that we're in? Okay. So how do you think Tornado's gonna react?
He's gonna be mad.
He's gonna get mad. He's gonna maybe take his nose and nudge the cat out. Stay with us, London and Scarlett, please. Okay. Top of page 32. Tornado made a sound deep down his throat that said, "Get out, please." Now, did he actually say, "Get out, please"?
No.
Is a dog gonna really talk?
No.
Because this isn't fantasy fiction, right? That's not the genre that we're reading here. This is realistic fiction. So he's just making a guttural sound, get out, please. And then he made another deeper sound that said, get out. He's like saying, I'm getting serious now. Get out of my spot. 5:30 did not budge. I would have tried to pick her up, but the cat didn't let anybody touch her but Emma Lou. I had scratches on my arms to prove it. I started walking to the pond and called Tornado to follow me, but he stayed right where he was, and I called him to the barn, and he didn't budge. He stayed right there looking at that cat in that hole until, you guessed it, 5:30 came around. Stay in the text, JR, please. Follow along. Then the cat got up, yawned, stretched, and went to the house. Tornado got in that hole, but not to lie down. He got there to dig. He dug and he dug and he dug some more, and dirt flew everywhere. I knew what he was doing. He was trying to get the feel and the smell and the memory of that cat out of his special place, and I knew he couldn't, even if he dug all the way to China. And he was already 12 inches on the way. When he got there, it would still be 5:30. Stop that dog, my mother cried from the kitchen window. What's gotten into him? 5:30, I called back. I didn't ask the time. She called, get that dog out of there and fill that hole in. I did what she told me. I knew what I was doing. I knew I was doing Tornado a favor, but he didn't see it that way. I pulled him out by the collar and locked him in the shed. He struggled a lot on the way there, and he barked the whole time. I was shoveling the dirt back in the hole. He took the loss of his lying down hole hard. He never, to my knowledge, went in the pine trees again. Not even when we went in there to cut our Christmas tree. Our half of a Christmas tree, I might say. As far as I know, Tornado never dug another hole. And every time 5:30 came around, he just looked the other way. So think about the tone of that chapter. What kind of tone did that chapter give you? What was the vibe of that chapter? Go ahead and open up your notebook, and I want you to write some emotions that chapter gave you. Think about the tone of chapter 5.